Dare I ask predictions in this one?
Nope.
Brilliant. Okay, great. That's perfect. For you guys in chat, though, are you equally as on the fence or not? Let us know who you think is going to be the last qualifier for the Europe Cup. Is it going to be Guts or Lufia? Let us know in the chat. For now, though, it's our time for our last best of 5. This matchup is one not to miss. It's over to Sam and to Say for the pick and the bets.
What a gutsy move to have a speedy Raccoon. But can it be answered with a simple solution? Let's see if Guts versus Lufia, our last preliminaries losers round 2, match number 4. This is the last person to be able to book their chance to get on their train, plane, car, all the way to Paris in the Europe Cup. This is the last chance saloon for our guys. And they're going in straight away now to the pre-bans, banning out a Shizuka and a Carnal. Maybe Lufia was watching earlier, Say. He's banning out that Carnal.
He was definitely watching earlier, but Guts probably didn't do his homework on the win rates of Shizuka and respecting the unit as a pre-ban. But I definitely do like that Cardinal ban over there. And Lufia going with that common pick of him with the Vanessa in there. Guts, do you go for speed leads as well? Do we see a Moore? Do we see an Oliver? Or do you actually like to play it a different route over here with maybe a Cigar?
Exactly, we have no idea. Guts comes out with crazy stuff. We saw that speedy Raccoon deciding to go for a Camilla. Maybe not locking it in, but Camilla had a 75% win rate last weekend, Say. So if we're going on stats,
doesn't look too bad, but Camilla is definitely a unit that you want to fit in slot 4, slot 5. And I would definitely say an opener of the Praha plus the Oliver is a lot more potentially good rather than an opener of a Camilla. In this case, Lufia, what do you like to show? Do you go for that Bella once again? Ongni Yuki, those kind of units are in the repertoire of Lufia. But is he picking up those LDs or does he actually go for that Cigar himself right here?
He looks to lock it in. Well, Cigar Wind Bison in that version and also locking in a Bella as well. We know the damage on his Bella was crazy last time.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best Bellas, if not the best Bellas. Well, we have so many great players here with Bella, so they're all doing crazy damage, so definitely. But his one is definitely up there. Guts, how do you answer that? Does go for the Verde. He's seen a nice Verde Hill showcase in the previous match. He's like, I can do a little bit of that too. So let's give the fans a little bit more Verde Hill in the draft.
And he's going to partner it up with... Let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be Sekhmet. Again, Sekhmet has been very, very good during EU prelims. She has a very high percentage of win rate. And she's been landing a lot of things this weekend, especially, Say.
For everyone, but don't tell that against Ismo.
Yeah.
That's the only one that it completely did not work out for on multiple occasions. But we have the Han being picked up by Lufia with that Heigang. Heigang very strong here against that Verdel, as we also have seen in the previous match.
Exactly. Managing to land the glancing is really impactful against a Verd, meaning he can't crit and he cannot make your team move up more. We go in for an Etna, though, as well.
That's pretty interesting. It doesn't signal... It signals a bunch of things, but you only have one speed lead. So can you get away with it? You do have 2 very fast units that even if you do not have a speed lead, might potentially still outspeed the enemy. Is that also something Lufia is going to respect to remove one of the 2 units? Or would he just simply remove the speed leads? And that could happen for both cases.
Exactly. Let's see if they do take away the speed leads, and then it's going to be a guess who's going to be taking first turn here, because Etna are very high base speed as well. We do have the speed lead on Guts being taken out in Oliver, but Heigang being taken out on Lufia, so he can take the 33% speed lead of Vanessa, and Sekhmet coming in as well. Let's see who takes first turn here, Say, as we go into Guts versus Lufia. Last chance saloon for these guys.
Yeah, definitely I would expect the units of Ethna and Sekhmet moving next, but no, the next unit to move is going to be that Vanessa, so there's pretty tight tuning, and actually the Han was moving next. That's very well played by Guts, but is the Bella moving next? No, the Bella is not moving next. That's perfect playing with the attack bars once again by Guts. He's doing that so well. He did that against Obabo. He's doing that so well right now. Very nice opener, but can you elaborate from that and continue on that on the whole match?
Exactly, we've got Cigar coming in, trying to get rid of that Etna as soon as possible, because she knows she can cycle through. Verdi's going to be taking a turn, and I'm sure Praha, still with third skill available, is going to potentially look to heal up that Etna coming in soon.
Yeah, you can definitely go for the heal over here. You have some of the destroyed HP, so it's going to be a little bit less. I was kind of expecting for the other units to go in skills as well, but having the 2 high damage units on the side of Lufia sleeping, you can kind of leave that as is and just decide to go that at a later moment, because you have that speed buff Verd. That's going to be a lot of cycling right there until any of the units of Lufia decide to participate in this battle again.
Exactly. The more turns that you can take means the more damage output that you'll be able to have, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Can we land defense breaks and heal blocks everywhere? This is very dangerous for Lufia.
We have defense breaks across the board. Heal block in this case not too interesting, but besides the defense break, we also have glancing on the 2 targets that are most crucial. However, we have the Cigar, 3rd skill coming in. Further heal can still counter it. Let's see, can you push back everyone? Does manage to push back everyone and was not countered. In this case, Han still has a chance to participate in this battle. Maybe get rid of that armor break, but still is not looking too lively. Bella also has to get rid of that armor break. Can you get a procer? Does not get a procer. Han, 3rd skill. Do you do enough?
Let's see if he's going to be able to do enough, because it's very crucial for him right now. Otherwise, he's going to be using that unit with nothing. He manages the defense break, and it's going to be enough in the end to kill the Praha with the additional damage that's coming through.
Yeah, and I think he might take another turn as well, because the Verdi Hill will definitely not proc out. The Verdi Hill will go for attack bar increases, but those attack bar increases are not going to make anything move, and the Han is moving next. So this would probably take out the Athena, or would you decide to stun the Verdi Hill?
He's going for the stun on the Sekhmet instead, but gets a proc, which means it's going to take a kill. You have to take the kill, right, Zay?
Well, to be honest, the Athena is provoked, so it's going to hit the Cigar, so you can kind of wait with it. It's not too bad, but still taking out the kill is pretty good. But now the big question is, you don't take the kill? You can be pushed back over here. That's definitely where I would have taken the kill, but on the other end, is also deciding not to go for the pushback potential. You don't do me like that of not taking the kill. Please, guys, take the kills. Oh. But here we have the Bella against the Verdi Hill. Once again, Verdi Hill is being one of those units being left on the field very long. Bella against Verdi Hill. How much damage are we going to do?
This is going to come down to how many turns Ver can take. But Cigar with 3rd skill available. Can he push back as well? Wow. I think
pushbacks and provokes. And we have so many dots landing and so many additional damage. Once again, we mentioned it before. We have Bella with so much damage. We have the Verd being provoked. It cannot even hit the Bella. And Bella just seals the deal of saying, Verdi Hill, not this time.
Wow, Lufia coming away with the 1-0 against Guts. That was crazy to see. You can see the importance of a well-runed Bella right there. And Han managing to stay alive as much as he could in order to get the damage done into the Praha. Just not allowing any of the heals to come back up on the way of Guts the Berserk. Guts now going into it. Keep a Shizuka on the field, Guts. keep that low win rate. It's fine. You can deal with it. Let's see what the pre-bans are going to be as we go into this. I'm wondering now if it's going to be a respect on the Bella, or if there's going to be some sort of the speed leads taken away, say, since they were quite pivotal in the last picks.
I would definitely say respect on that Bella, but also on the Han. Both has shown great potential for a lot of damage. You could maybe even take out the Cigar if you don't feel that comfortable with playing against it. However, Guts also does like to pick up the unit, so therefore you might keep it on the field. Shizuka, well, fortunately for us, cannot be pre-banned by Guts right now, so that's definitely, I think, a favorable moment for that. But let's see if Shizuka might actually take us by surprise at some point and give the victory to Lufia, or maybe Guts picks it. They're definitely taking quite their time with these pre-bans right now. Pre-bans are in. We have that Han respect, but also the Cigar respect from Lufia. So Lufia's actually banning back and forth between both Slayers, Carnal, and Cigar.
Here we go. So Guts now has the option of the first pick. He's most likely going to be taking a speed lead. I wonder if he's going to steal a Vanessa. Oh, he goes for a Heigang instead there, say.
Heigang first pick. It's definitely a unit you do see a lot of being first picked on ladder these days. But in tournament play, I think it's more doable to play against it. However, one of the units that plays very well into Heigang was just pre-banned by Lufia, which is that Cigar. So definitely you have to pick up something along the lines of speed lead still. Oliver works out very well. But any stripper you pick right now is kind of already counted by Heigang, decides to go for that Bella.
Yeah, Bella. You use a unit that you rely on. It's reliable. It's worked for him in the past. So therefore there's some sort of confidence with Lufia and that unit. We can see on the side of Guts deciding to go for the other Slayer, which is the Carnal in this case. We know how much damage it did against Ababo in the last round. And I'm wondering as well if the speed tuning on Guts, as we've seen, he's managed to work it out perfectly in the first few rounds. He's now going to go with the Etna again as well.
Yeah, Athena being picked up. Lufia, do you go for the steal on the Sekhmet? Because Sekhmet has been very strong here in European prelims so far. Definitely a unit that Guts might be looking at picking later, if you keep it on the field. Or Lufia, do you go for any of the other LDs that you like to play? For example, that Ongyuki, but I'm not too sure if that fits too well in here.
Exactly, and obviously the Han he can't choose anymore since it's banned off the field, so he's taking a bit more time. Rikuni and Mehuwan.
I do like the Mei Wang. Raccoon, I'm not too sure about. Raccoon is somewhat already figured out with by the Hey Gang. Hey Gang gets a lot of attack bar to the whole team every time that Raccoon cleanses something. We do have Shizuka being picked up by Guts right now, which I'm not entirely sure if that is the right play, but let's see if it can surprise us. But what is your 5th pick with that?
Exactly, I'm wondering if it's going to surprise us. We've got a Rika that's coming in as well. I mean, he's not showing any immunity on the side of LUFIA at the moment, but still, Rika?
I kind of like the Rika idea, but I would have elaborated to that even more. I would have paired Rika with, for example, a Belenus, and then simply say, whatever you pick 5th, I'm gonna ban it. Because then you have 2 very similar units, and in this case, LUFIA can simply say, okay, I'm not gonna be liking playing into that Rika, I'm just simply going to ban it out. Probably you still ban 5th on the side of LUFIA, but if Guts had 2 of similar units as a Rika, it would have been very hard for LUFIA to ban out anything.
Exactly. Let's see if those respect bans do come in then, or if we're going to have some sort of a change-up between the guys. Juno was used in the last pick. She's banned again. She gets picked in draft 8 times, but always banned out, say, a unit which is highly contested for that ban. We've got Oliver coming in, Shizuka with HP lead as we go in to the second set between LUFIA and Guts. Oh, take it away.
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting setup, because the target from LUFIA is going to be that Rika. But can you deal enough to that Rika? Because the turn order was messed up. You cannot first have a strip and then the pushback. So I think we're going to look in a very TOA Harding kind of style of match, where there's going to be a lot of debuffs on the side of LUFIA looking at pretty soon. However, Bella, can you maybe go for a strip, a procer, Mei Wang, a lot of damage? Decides to go for the Athena, however.
Wow, that was a lot of damage into the Etna though as well. It looks like it's going to be a dead unit if LUFIA decides to just take it out here, but we do know Rika is coming up soon, like you said, with all of the additional, the damage over time that's going to come out, we get glancing as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of debuffs from just that Rika. However, it's going to be 3 stacks of 3. That is a lot of damage, but it's not enough to clear everything off the field. If Rika is your only damage dealer afterwards, it might be something that Raccoon can actually slowly over time take enough advantage of to not be too much of an issue. So let's see if Raccoon can do a lot of cleansing. However, Raccoon cleansing does still mean, and Raccoon healing does still mean, that we have that Hey Gang up for a lot of turns.
Wow, we saw as well Despair stun by Oliver and putting the cool times in, meaning those the additional overtime dots are not going to be happening anytime soon from Shizuka again, putting them on. Bella coming in, not doing enough damage, obviously with the glancing effect.
Yeah, the units are looking pretty low on the HP, and we definitely need some more Raccoon cleanses, otherwise we're gonna say goodbye to that Bella, and that Bella is definitely needed. Are we gonna get a proc on this? Did not get a proc on that. Oliver, can we reduce cool times? Because the moment that Rika gets another skill 3 off, that is definitely sealing the deal on that side. However, Oliver, what do you go for? Does land it, and we do have some cleanses. Raccoon, we need a proc, we do not get a proc. Rika sleeps. No sleeps.
Not this time, say, not this time. But Bella now having her own additional turn. Can she try and get rid of this Shizuka? Or would you target potentially on the Rika, where you know there's the dots coming eventually? Going in on the Shizuka, not quite enough to take her out.
Not quite enough, but those dots are definitely quite enough. And we do have a stun return plus glancing on the side of that Bella, but we still have Raccoon on the field. And Raccoon will actually seal it, like just remove all of those. Doesn't really matter too much about them. And I think that the Rika was pretty nice, but it was not enough damage to actually fully deal with the units unless you start sleeping a lot right now. Does get a stunner, but not exactly what we needed. Not enough damage. The Raccoon is still potentially healing more. Mei Wang is on very high stacks right now. And once again, we can add another number to Shizuka for her losing streak.
It is there. They need to stop. They need to listen to us. Guys, listen into the stream. Shizuka, do not pick her, Guts. I mean, LUFIA taking there the 2-0 win against Guts. We're already going into a potential deciding match right now. Both of these guys looking to make their way to the Europe Cup. LUFIA has the chance right now. Gets one more win, can secure his spot there. He also will have Han again. LUFIA will have that Han. Guts will also have the opportunity of a cigar unless LUFIA decides to steal it away from him. Let's see who's going to be the pre-bans as we go into this potential decisive match.
We go for the Bella ban and the Han ban. Guts noticed how much damage that Bella did time and time again. LUFIA also has been checking the previous matches, really does see that Guts likes that Carnal in there, does do a lot of damage with that. Would he go for an early steal on that No, doesn't go for the steal on the Cigar.
No, he's deciding to lock in that Vanessa. We know how fast it was from previous rounds when it was trying to set up a defense break. We've got in here an Oliver and a Praha as the answer. Again, Praha, super useful with that third skill to try and do some heals. But let's see if she's actually going to be able to heal something or if Lufia can snipe something out. Han is still available on the field.
Yeah, let's see if Han goes picked up. However, also Cigar is still able for Lufia. But that is something of a similar draft as in the first round. Actually decides to pick up the Shizuka as well. So if we keep in the same statistics, we're going on to... Oh, no, wait. We still have this whole match to be played out here. Once again, like the Shizuka, it does feel like a unit that you can place at pretty much every spot. It feels like it should do something in every spot. But it also definitely does feel like in last match, she pretty much didn't really do anything. Like she had one revive on an Ethna. Didn't do too much, a little bit of damage. She had one skill 3, a little bit of immunity, but also the wrong timing. If she gets the right timing, she's very strong. But getting that right timing in is very difficult, especially if you have a bunch of resetters on the enemy side.
Exactly, resetters and also that Robo stealing turns away if he can steal the attack bar. We've got those units locked in right now. Let's see if Lufia can listen in to us, guys. Let's see if he's going to go for his Han. It's been prevalent in most of his picks, but seems like a little bit of a change of the style that we're going for right now.
Yeah, Guts is signaling a lot of speed, so going in for the Han, which is a fast bruiser unit, but he's still going to be outsped by the speeds that Guts is showing right now. Ooh. So it's somewhat more difficult to pick in, but Lufia says, I like these units, I'm comfortable with these units, they have my best runes, and I'm locking them in.
He has, he's locked in the Han and the Ongyuki. Both of these units were used to pretty good effect over the last matches, over the last weekend. We've seen those units a lot. Guts now has the last choice to potentially signal in a Chung Pung, trying to make sure that nobody ever takes a turn, say.
I definitely like that Chung Pung. Chung Pung is also saying, I'm going to ban your speed lead. I would actually say that both speed leads are going to be banned out in this case. Han still has the speed lead, but I'm not entirely sure if a Han plus an Ongyuki would outspeed that Robo if it's very fast.
Exactly. The speed leads have been locked out, so Lufia does have the option still of that Han speed lead. And we've got the HP lead from Sekhmet. Let's see who's going to be taking that first turn as we're going in to the potential decisive match set here. This is Lufia's chance to book his ticket to Paris. Will Guts prevent him? Han moving first.
Han moving first, that's very fast, but the next unit to move is that Sekhmet. We actually see that we do see that the Robo is pretty much a bit slower. We don't let any of those skills. Who are you going to reset right now? Resets. Doesn't let the resets.
That is resisted. That is huge for him because he's going to be following up very soon. We've got the Wind Robo that's going to cut in between for Cigar. But wow, there's damage coming from the Ongyuki and Sekhmet is going down soon, say.
Yeah, Segment is going down soon, but not if Praha can say something about that. You can definitely go for Daydream right now. Or you can actually go for Cycling. First push back all the attack bars. I definitely do like the play. And that's so many dispersals. I did not expect that part. But in the other hand, he will probably put the sleep later anyways, because you have to heal up that unit on your side as well.
Oh my god. The Sekhmet curse, say, we've created this. And Sekhmet right now not looking very healthy for that team. Ongyuki, obviously with his passive, can wake up from everything and take a turn. But wow, Robo's going to be coming again with skill 2 soon unless Shizuka gets a proc out. Oh, she does! Say!
Don't do me like that, Sam. Don't do me like that. Don't call things like that, because that's going to be something very deadly on the side of Guts. Guts, we have a proc on that Ongyuki. No armor breaks whatsoever anymore. But that is a lot of damage going on right there. And you just made Guts lose. Sam,
oh my god. Shizuka has skill 2 available, can put some cool times back on. Doesn't manage to strip, but are we going to see a provoke here from Cigar as well as he's going in? Oh my god, say, I called it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe we're slightly bashing too much on that Shizuka. Shizuka's like, I'm a great unit. I proc out and then I steal the whole match. And then my Han also procs for me and seals the deal on that unit. We have some more coming in for like, oh, anyone cooldown reductions? Let's see, who do we throw it on? No, just a skill 1, just absorbing souls at the attack bar. We do know that Chung Pong is on Despair, so it's not going to 5 proc out. It's a 1 against 4, and that's definitely going to seal the deal. And we're going to have a 3-0 for Lufia against Guts. And congratulations, Lufia, for making it into the European Cup.